These new cruise hacks are absolutely genius. They're going to help you to pack, to save money, and even to keep items safe on your cruise. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I am so excited to film this video today. Something that I have been doing is over months now, I have been collecting from the viewer recommendations, basically tips and tricks that people have shared with me, hacks that they have used, messages people have sent me with really genius things that I haven't even thought of. So what I'm going to do today is share with you all of these useful cruise hacks that I know will help you to have a better cruise. Now, many of these tips are really pretty easy. In some cases, you might even have some of these items at home. In other cases, you could find them at the dollar store. And I'm going to mention a couple of Amazon items as well, which I will leave linked below in the description of this video. Now, before I get started, I did want to mention two things. Firstly, please let me know if you enjoy this video and if you want to see more like this where we include viewer recommendations. And secondly, if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give this video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with a really smart cruise packing hack. And you may have one of these in your closet right now. This is a hanging shelf organizer. So sometimes we have them for shoes, and as well, like this one is a little bit larger. So this is really good. You can fold your tops, your shorts, your pants, anything that you like. You can actually place your items right in here as it hangs up on your shelf. And then you can just take it off, and then you can fold it down and you can place it directly into your luggage. Now, I've actually seen this kind of go viral on TikTok. Very, very smart. I think in particular, if you're going on like shorter cruises, like 4 or 5 days, because then you can place this directly into your luggage. When you do get onto your cruise ship, you just need to hang this up and go. Now, another smart cruise packing tip is to actually have your items on hangers and then just take them and put them directly into your luggage. Now, this is good if you're maybe driving to the cruise port, if you don't have very far to go, if you're packing light and you only need maybe like 5 dresses or something like that and a couple of tops, but it could really save you time if you can pack on hangers. And if you like, what you can do is you can actually save the plastics from like the dry cleaner. You can put those around the dresses and that will save your items from wrinkling. Now, please let me know if you do any of these things already. Please let me know down in the comments below. Now, I love this super smart travel hack that all you need is a sponge. You probably have this in your own kitchen, or otherwise you can go to the dollar store, pick up a pack of sponges. But the idea is, you know how when you get into a hotel room or your cruise cabin, there are glasses that might be there to drink from, and you don't even know if they're really washed. Honestly, they probably really aren't washed with dish soap. So you do want to wash them, or maybe you bring a refillable coffee mug and you want to wash that coffee mug. It might smell like coffee if you want to put something else in it later on in the day. So what you do is you actually wet your sponge, take a new sponge, wet it, put your dish soap on it, and then let it dry. After it's dry, you can cut it up into 4 squares or into 6 triangles, whatever you want, or you can take a bigger sponge. You could do that. After it's all dry, cut it up, just put it into this Ziploc bag and bring it with you. And whenever you need a sponge that already has a little bit of soap on it, well, you got it. If you've ever wanted to do any hand washing of a few items while you're on a cruise, especially a lot of us are trying to pack a little bit lighter these days, well, I have a really good cruise laundry hack. This was shared with me in the comments. Really appreciate it. So basically what you do is you take a large plastic baggie, ideally something bigger than this. I think hefty size is the ideal size. This is a little smaller than that. And another little tip is take your sponge and instead take another sponge and put some laundry detergent on it and do the same concept. But basically what you'll be able to do is bring this on the ship, and when you're ready to do a little bit of hand laundry, you will be able to fill this up with a little water, do your washing right in this, because sometimes what happens is in the sink, if you're in your hotel room or even on the cruise ship, you'll notice that maybe the stopper doesn't work. You don't want any of that. So you can actually do your washing right in this bag, rinse it out, and then you can hang it up either in the shower where there may be a line. Make sure you do bring clothes pegs, and if there is no line in your cruise ship shower, then what you can do is bring a bungee cord. Now, this was a viewer recommendation that I did want to show you. You know how a lot of times we're worried about when we do go on excursions, or maybe we go to the beach, what do we do with our passport or our money or our phones? Now, definitely you can use a lanyard That is what I've been using, and I really do find it so practical. It works really well. I've been using it, so I will link it, by the way, in the description of this video in case you do want that. However, this is a little bit bigger. It goes right around your waist. People have really, really liked it. I decided to buy it, and really it's fabulous. It's basically a waist pouch, and this can be super handy for you to keep your items safe when you are on excursions on a cruise. Now, speaking of keeping items safe on a cruise, I feel like there's a plastic bag theme. Ziplocs are very, very handy. In any case, this has to do with the safe in your cabin. You know how oftentimes when you do put things in the safe, sometimes we forget things there, or because the whole safe is usually like black, and so it's very, very dark. There are these nooks and crannies and crevices, and sometimes we can lose things in it. So a tip that was shared was to take a large plastic baggie and to put it into the safe. And then this way, when you have items to put into the safe, so whether it's jewelry, whether it's a watch, any of the different items that you might have, put it into the bag instead of loose into the safe, and that can absolutely, well, be a little bit of a lifesaver. Now, one more tip about keeping items safe, and then we'll be moving on. You know how when you have your laptop or maybe iPads or other items that are a little bit pricey and you don't know where to put them in your cabin because they don't fit into the safe, a super tip that was shared is to actually use your luggage, place the items into your luggage, but the extra tip is to take one of those little TSA locks and actually to lock your luggage under your bed. Why didn't I think of that? Now, about a year ago, I made a video about money-saving cruise hacks, and I shared a recipe in that video for DIY sangria. So basically, when you do bring your own wine. However, below that video, there was a really good cruise tip that was shared, which was how to make your own mimosas on a cruise. So on Carnival cruises, you are allowed to bring a bottle of champagne or a bottle of sparkling wine, and maybe other cruise lines allow you to do this as well. So please let me know below in the comments if you do know if they allow you to do that. But basically what you would do is go to the buffet in the morning time and pick up some orange juice, or even if you like a mimosa, like a variation with a pineapple juice or something like that, pick that up, bring that to your cabin, put it into your fridge, and when you are ready to make mimosas in your cabin, all you need to do is go to one of the bars, pick up a couple of champagne flutes, bring that back to your cabin, and you have your own mimosas to have on your balcony of your cabin. Okay, here's a very practical tip about what to wear on a cruise. Ladies, has this ever happened to you? You are walking on the pool deck perhaps, and all of a sudden there's a breeze and, well, your dress flies up. That definitely has happened to me in the past. I try to hold it down. That's why I like some of the sundresses with pockets. But in any case, this tip was to just bring along some bike shorts and wear them underneath any dresses that you wear, especially during the day on a cruise ship. Now, here's a product recommendation from viewers, and basically this is a carry-on bag. And the really handy thing about this carry-on bag, and you could use it for an embarkation day bag as well, is the fact that it's actually expandable. So when you start off on your cruise and maybe you have a certain amount of things, but now you bought souvenirs and you end up with more as you go home. So here, I'll just show you, but it really adds so much extra space. And there you go. So you got all of that extra space. Really, really good bag. Now, if you saw my 50 cruise hacks video, you will know that I talked about the idea of bringing magnets on your cruise, magnet hooks and magnet clips to be able to keep your vertical space well organized in a cruise cabin. However, it has come to my attention that some cruise cabins, in particular on some of the older Carnival ships, well, basically those walls are not magnetic. So a tip that a lot of viewers shared is instead to bring command hooks. Now, a lot of us are worried about if our luggage is going to get lost on our cruise, and sometimes people are using air tags or tiles to be able to help with that. However, there is a really low-tech potential solution that people have shared, and that is to take your luggage tag and to actually print that out and to put that on the very top of your suitcase. And as well, I would even add to maybe put your contact information, so like your phone number that somebody can contact you, or maybe your email address if you want. Now, of course, I would still use luggage tags. These are so handy, and of course, these are specifically for cruise luggage tags. I will leave the links below in the description of this video in case you do want them specifically for your cruise line. Now, if you want to save money on a cruise and even have some convenience, bring along some small Ziploc bags and or maybe even like a plastic container or two. And what you can do, in particular, if you have kids, we don't want to have to spend money on room service at nighttime and sometimes the buffet is not open. Well, what you'll want to do is pick up a couple of cookies or maybe some crackers and cheese during the day, or even some fruit, something healthy. There are a lot of good choices, and bring it back to your cabin in a Ziploc bag. You can just even put it into the fridge. Another thing you can do, if you have dessert in the main dining room or even in the buffet, if you like to, you could even take your container and you can actually bring it back to your cabin, put it in your fridge for another time during your cruise. Now, this tip can be life-saving if you've ever broken your glasses on a cruise. When you do get a new pair of eyeglasses, what you should do is actually save those eyeglasses, put them into your emergency travel bag, save them as your extra pair of glasses when you go on your next cruise or next travel experience. Now, a tip that was shared, and this is specifically helpful for anybody that has the Ultimate Cruise Planner, or even if you do use different kind of lists, but it is actually to take your list and then to put it into a plastic sleeve. And then what you can do, instead of writing directly on your list, is what you can do is you can take a dry erase marker and then you can write on the plastic sleeve and then wipe it off after. And this can be handy even if you want to bring the itinerary or any of the other lists, if you want to bring them on your cruise. Now, if you are interested in the Ultimate Cruise Planner, the Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable printable cruise planner that you can print out different packing lists, different forms to help you with planning your shore excursions, and basically just to keep track of different parts of the process of planning and booking your cruise. Now, if you are interested in seeing what's included with the Ultimate Cruise Planner, I will leave that information linked below in the description of this video. Helping out the crew members. You know how when you're at the end of the cruise, you are asked to fill out a survey, or maybe you want to fill out a comment card. It can be hard to remember everybody's names of all the different people that actually did really impact your cruise vacation, and you do want to recognize it really does help them. So what you can do is just take a photo with your phone of some of the different crew members, and ideally that you see the badge, their name badge, so that you can actually see their name. So take a photo of their name badge so that you can remember them for the survey that you will have later on at the end of the cruise. And something else you can do is in the main dining room, oftentimes you will see the name of the waiter and the assistant waiter. That will be directly on the table, so you can take a picture of that as well. Now, another nice thing to do in the dining room or anywhere on the cruise is to ask the crew member how to say thank you in their own language. They will definitely appreciate it when you remember to thank them in their own language. It will go a long way towards making them feel very appreciated. Now, do you have any of these kitchen bags in your own house? I use them in my own kitchen for my garbage, so maybe you do this too. If not, it is available at the dollar store. But basically, this tip has to do with what you're going to do with your laundry at the end of your cruise. Now, I actually found this tip in a video by Sharon at Sea Travel. It was a great video. I'm going to leave it linked below in the description of this video. But basically, one of the things that she does, I'm going to look for it, is it's with your laundry. So you're still going to use your laundry hamper. This is it folded up. I'm going to leave a screenshot of my laundry hamper. I use it for my own cabin to kind of keep organized. But at the end of the cruise, instead of just putting your laundry all in a bag, maybe into your luggage, instead what you'll do is you'll put it into more than one of these kitchen bags. So basically you're going to sort your laundry, your darks and your whites maybe, or your reds, however you sort your laundry. But you're going to actually place them in these fresh smelling kitchen bags so that you can put it into your bag. They're not going to be smelly and they're already going to be sorted, ready for the laundry when you get home. What a time saver. Now, I know this one may not be new to everybody, but it is a really good one. When you have those little travel size containers for shampoo or creams, different things like that, what you'll want to do is open them up, place a little bit of saran wrap just right over the top, and then close that back up. You might still want to put that into a Ziploc bag, especially if you are putting that into your checked luggage and you do have your clothes. But just putting that little bit of saran wrap over the top is going to save you from having that leak potentially all over the items in your bag. Now, if you're watching this video now and you're getting anywhere close to your final payment, something that you'll want to do before making your final payment, this is guaranteed to save you money and potentially get you an upgrade on your cabin. something that you will want to do is check to see if the price has decreased on your cabin. If it has decreased, the cruise line may actually give you a refund for that difference. And otherwise, what you can also do is check the other cabins. You may just get an upgrade of a cabin for the same price that you paid. Now, if you've ever used that tip, please let me know down below in the comments. I know a lot of people save so much money with that tip. Now, I have several other videos with cruise hacks and cruise essentials, so I'm going to leave a playlist of videos that you can choose from right at the end of this video in case you do want to check any of those out. I'm also going to leave the information all about the Ultimate Cruise Planner. The Ultimate Cruise Planner is a 47-page downloadable, printable cruise planner that you can print out the pages that you need for as many cruises that you do go on. Now, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you'd like to see more of them where I share more viewer comments and recommendations, and we share that together as a community. Please let me know down in the comments below this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Bye for now, and happy cruising.